Hello and welcome back to my channel. This week we are going to explore just what happens to glucose right after it undergoes glycolysis. If I asked you, where does your body get energy, you may answer with the food you eat. While that is technically correct, what our body really uses as fuel are molecules called adenosine triphosphate, or ATP for short. In order to synthesize this molecule, our body must process the glucose we receive from food and form this molecule. The Krebs cycle, also called the citric acid or the tricarboxylic acid cycle, is the first step in the creation of ATP, where glucose is processed to produce NADH and FADH2, which I will talk about more later, through the oxidation of acetyl coenzyme A inside the matrix of the mitochondria of cells. After ingesting food, particularly carbohydrates, the body receives an abundance of glucose. These sugar molecules then undergo glycolysis and are transformed into pyruvate, which is then oxidized to form acetyl-CoA, producing NADH and CO2 in the process. To begin, the acetyl coenzyme A combines with oxyl acetate to synthesize citrate. The citrate is then converted into isocitrate through the action of enzymes. This then undergoes further oxidation and generates alpha-ketoglutarate, where CO2 and NADH are byproducts. Next, the alpha-ketoglutarate is converted into sinyl-CoA by enzyme action and also releases carbon dioxide and an NADH molecule. So sinyl-CoA is then changed to succinate, releasing a molecule of GTP, which can be used to produce an ATP molecule. Then succinate is converted into fumarate, and here a molecule of FADH2 is produced, which is similar to NADH in its functioning, which again I will explain a bit later. An enzyme then converts the fumarate into mate, before being changed back into oxyl acetate by another enzyme, also releasing a molecule of NADH and thus restarting the Krebs cycle. NADH and FADH2 are called activated carrier molecules, which are used in a process called the electron transport chain to produce huge amounts of ATP, which we will discuss in next week's video. Overall, one run of Krebs cycle produces 3 molecules of NADH, 1 molecule of both FADH2 and ATP, as well as 2 molecules of carbon dioxide. However, 1 glucose molecule produces 2 pyruvic acid molecules, so these products are doubled for each glucose that undergoes this process. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in next week's video.